With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And off we go from Denver. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Richardson going right to the air. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now Richardson. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Foreman will try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They run again with Foreman. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2 big runs here to start this game. How about the offensive line? They came out firing. Great leverage, great punch to get this thing started.
And now this unit on the move already. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. In motion left comes Moss. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Dobbs is throwing. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. 2nd and 10.
Check smash, check smash.
Back to throw Dobbs. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Richardson to throw off play action. Into space at the 45. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. In motion, the tight end Reed. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. Powering his way forward. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jordan Reed, 51 yards. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
18, Radley, 18.
On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Chase, the motion man right. They run it on 1st with Foreman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
60, trap 60.
Off play action. Richardson. Underneath, he's got Olsen. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Richardson off the play fake. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Michael Strahan. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Buying time to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, check that, street. 60 Bobcats.
Now Dobbs. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
19
They go play action with Richardson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Richardson to the air on first down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Going for it on fourth, Richardson. Touchdown! Jamar Chase from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He finds his man, complete. It's back, and they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Dobbs to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Throw downfield going to be taken in by Jackson. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. In motion left, Hill. Dobbs. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Mike 46. Mike 46. Drag him 60. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. I'm not ready. Wall, get wall. Big Lion. Check 52.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Ready.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Eluding the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. A final shot before the half. Richardson. Throw left side complete. That's Moss. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Dobbs. This ball down the field for Pitts. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Kyle Pitts, 59 yards. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change.
But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. Now Richardson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
46.
And Chase will go in motion left. Richardson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Richardson working from the gun. Flush to his right. He's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Throwing here, Dobbs. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check 15, check 15.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. He'll buy some time right. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Come 19. Come 19. Ready, go.
On play action, it's Dobbs. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide down with a good gain. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
46, boys. 46
To throw is Dobbs. Out to his left. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Michael Vick scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, this is pretty similar to the Wildcat plays that were bouncing around the league circa 2008 or so. The idea here, just snap it right to the guy you want to run with it. In theory, you're getting yourself an extra blocker. And here, that Wildcat runner is your quarterback. And he takes it into the end zone.
And no, they don't get it. Incomplete. And now they really have to be second-guessing themselves. Could have had the lead here in the 4th. Instead, we stay tied. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And Kamara with a carry there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. In motion right comes Jackson. Here's Richardson to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The chase will go in motion left. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
A Chase will go in motion left.
46, 46.
Richardson on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Richardson. Complete here to Jordan Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here comes 2nd down.
46 to Mike, 46. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. He's got Kevin Pirates. Kevin Pirates. Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. Back to run. Mike 46. Mike 46. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 46. Read alert. Read alert. I smell fear in that offense.
Richardson to throw it. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Dobbs rolling to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Forced out to his left. Connecting with Hill. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now Dobbs steps away. That'll be caught by Hill. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
46 to Mike, 46. Here we go. Panther 11, Panther 11. No street. 46. Check Mike 46. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Ready.
Now Michael Vick. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Forget about matriculating the ball down the field at this point of the game. They needed a big chunk, and they got one. And now, you're one completion away from giving your kicker a chance to win the game.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now Richardson. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Richardson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. Dobbs is throwing. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Dolphins are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, CD, they went with the aggressive play call, taking a shot downfield here on the first drive of overtime. Unfortunately for them, it backfires with the interception.
Yes, that aggressiveness sometimes comes with a price tag, doesn't it? You take the big shot downfield, trying to end the game right here, but they were ready for it, made the play, and now they have their opportunity to come down and kick a field goal and get this one over with.
And this is caught at the 20. A huge play there in overtime. 48 yards.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
So it's all going to ride here on the left foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he pulled it just a bit. It's no good. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
Check 13. Mustang 19.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Sacked by the relentless Howie Long.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dobbs. Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
19 tight, 19.
On 2nd down, Dobbs dancing to his left. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done. So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was all thanks to the play of their veteran quarterback.